Today we are meeting Carolina Milano, the engine behind the Imagine Arts Academy Miami, a place where kids explore, imagine, and discover the power of creativity. Imagine Arts Academy of Miami teaches art with purpose. You will love hearing how this started and what's coming next. Stick with me. Carolina, it's a pleasure to be here with you today. This space is absolutely fantastic, super inviting, super warm, super welcoming. But before we start to talk about the space and the academy, I would love to learn a little bit more from you and about you and how you got involved into art.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm very happy that you're here with me. I have my first background is in civil engineer, but since I had my kids, my first daughter, I start being involved with art through photography. So I work with photography in Brazil, and I came here to Miami to study photography. One day, I start looking for something that I could help kids develop their creativity, use their hands, enhance their motor skills, and that's where I found Imagine Arts Academy.
There are many ways to teach art, but Imagine Arts Academy is very unique. What is it that makes the academy different from other art places and academies out there?
Okay, so I think the most important thing about Imagine Arts Academy is that it really wants kids to use their creativity. So we want them to be creative, to be themselves, to use critical thinking. We don't want them to just copy, to just like look at something and learn art techniques. We want them to explore what they want. We want them to use their creativity. And I think beside that, our programs are really fun. So it's not like only an art class. They learn about real life topics. They learn about cultural diversity. They learn about animals, animal conservation, different artists, their techniques, why some artists really change the world for a better place. So I think our program, it's really well thought, and it makes the difference completely. Something that I really love about our program is that each class is a different project. Each class, they go home with something they make.
You mentioned you are teaching about life topics. Have you seen self-confidence, improvement, and things of that nature?
A lot of that. Kids that tells me all the time, I want to be an artist when I grow up. I want to be like you. Kids that discover some abilities that they didn't know they have. Like simple as using a scissor. Like younger kids, because our program is from 5 to 12-year-olds. When they achieve some of the motor skills or some of the techniques that they didn't know they could, it's like something that makes them very proud of themselves.
For someone that has not yet heard about Imagine Arts Academy, how would you describe your programs, what you do, and why it's so impactful for kids and families in the Miami community?
Yeah, I think what we offer is completely different than any other after-school program or camps. Our programs are 10 classes, and they can be used for 1 hour class as after-school programs or 3 hours for camps that we can do like 2 classes in one day to do a full day. Every time there is no school, there is a camp here. Birthday parties, workshops for libraries, for any company that would like to hire us. We have 5 different programs right now, and I love all of them. We have Wild World, that they learn about animal conservation. We have Artist Passport, that they travel the world. They have a passport and they travel the world, and they learn about different cultures and why are people different around the world. And I love that because we live here in Miami and we have a lot of different cultures here. We have World of Design, that they learn about all designs concepts. They learn about architecture, they learn about fashion, they learn about engineering, So it's really cool. Like, for example, this project, they have to think about a project that doesn't exist and create the project, the prototype of the product and the box to sell it. For example, this class here, they learn how to create their own board game. And then with Model Magic, they do the little pieces, and we use a dice or they use flashcards. They choose whatever they want to develop their board game. So we also have a program called Art Blazers, where they learn about artists that impact the world in a positive way. They learn about a lot of different artists. We made sure to include a lot of female artists in these programs because, like, for example, this one is Faith Ringo, and they learn how to work in fabric and how she used to tell a story with her quilts, and Hannah Hodge with collages. And another program that we have is Legends and Lore, where they learn about different folklores. So they learn about magical creatures around the world and the story that were told in different cultures. For example, they learn about the Cyclops, and they learn how to do this cool, crazy one-eye creature with collage. And they learn about the Sasquatch, that it's also called Bigfoot, and they will do like the habitat and the Bigfoot and a lot more creatures that are amazing, and they love this program. Here I'm talking about 50 classes. All of them have like a wow factor. So we want the kids to do something that they never did before. It's educational, it's fun, and they always have a wow factor.
And it's super rich from what I hear.
Yeah.
A lot of different things. And as you said, it's linking to real life.
Mm-hmm.
Flexible in the sense that these programs are available here. They're available for schools. They're available to, in a library.
Any
or
community.
To do in your own house if you want to do a party, and enriching for the kids. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
This is an amazing program.
Each program is very rich in art techniques as well. So I say it's an art program because we teach art techniques, but we also teach so much more that I learned with this program.
I am extremely impressed with the things that I'm seeing here. The other day when I was here, just to see the work and the kids, in action, and now seeing some of the samples of what's done here is just amazing, super impressive. Carol, from all these amazing programs that you have here, which one is the one that brings you most joy, and why?
My favorite program is Artist Passport, where kids travel around the world and learn about different cultures. I think it's really rich. We live in Miami. We have all kinds of backgrounds here. People are different. And it's nice to show that to kids, to show them that different cultures like different things, and they have something that is important for them. Then in another region, it's something completely different. And I love that. For example, here we have a class that they learn about the imperial jewel eggs in Russia. So they learn about the egg. They learn why was it so important for the Tsar and the Tsarina, and they get to do their own Fabergé egg. Here we have mud art from the Ivory Coast in Africa. So we show in the map where it is and why they created those designs and those African designs, and how they created in fabric. So they have the experience of using like fabric in how to do art in fabric. And another example we have here is the dot art from the Aboriginals in Australia. So we go all around, and here they learn that they are hiding stories like a treasure map, and they get to create their own treasure stories using symbols and creating new symbols. It's amazing everything that we can do and teach with this program.
A program of discoveries, because
Yes.
even I am learning now about
Exactly.
things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And which one most often your customers say they love or prefer?
For this season, we do a lot of ornaments. So we help kids, we tell them how the ornaments, where do the ornaments come from, why decorating trees became so popular, and then we create the ornaments in a very special way, and for them to take home and put it in their trees.
Now, we know that when you're running a creative business, there may be always a surprise or something. So what is it that has impacted you or surprised you the most while working with Imagine Arts Academy?
Okay, Marina, you won't believe, but the one thing that surprised me the most, it's see like how this generation, like I'm generalizing, okay? But some kids have a lot of difficulties with things that we didn't have when we were kids.
Like what?
Like, for example, motor skills. For example, dealing with frustration. It's very hard to deal with frustration. They want to have everything perfect. They don't have patience. They don't want to waste time doing things that take too much time. Another thing that surprised me is that they don't think they are capable. Sometimes they don't think they're capable of doing this. They say, this is too hard, I cannot do it. And I think what this company is bringing for them is this joy, is the joy of showing them that they are able. So they like during the process of like coming to classes, they realize they are able to do things by themselves. They're able to be creative. We have some classes, especially World of Design, that requires a lot of thinking. So kids have to think of how do they want their story to be, and how do they imagine the habitat in Mars to be. And we want them to use their brains, their creativity to like create things on their own and not only have like a screen telling them what to do. Like, this is our life now. We have artificial intelligence. They tell us everything we need to know. We cannot lose our creativity, our own self. We cannot lose ourselves in technology. Technology is amazing. Technology is really good, but it has to be a tool that we use to help us and not everything. And this is what I think I can help kids. We can help kids own their own trust in themselves, be confident about what they can create, be confident that they are able to do things with their hands, that they are able to create, to think, to have a creative mind. And all those skills will make them better people in the future. They'll be more competitive. They will be better professionals. They will be better getting into colleges. All of this help them be better than the other ones that are only on screens.
That's very serious, and that's very impactful and very deep. So the fact that you are creating a space, carving out during the day, many times in the school,
yes,
an opportunity for the kids to continue to develop motor skills, self-confidence skills, creativity, critical thinking.
Exactly.
Is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Using something that is completely disconnected from instructions that you follow without thinking, or as you said, artificial intelligence. I mean, technology is amazing and it is here to help, but we cannot use it to substitute all the other good things that we have as human beings. Carol, let's go behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that most people don't know about Imagine Arts Academy, and that you feel like it would benefit people to know?
Sometimes they think this is a place that kids are having fun and solve a problem for them, that they have to go to work and they don't have to like where to leave their kids. But what sometimes people don't realize, and there's a lot of things behind what we teach. And we have like a creative department that create all those programs. And to create one of those 10 a week classes, 10 classes program, it takes like almost a year to create the whole program. So it's really deep. with all of those art techniques, knowledge, different things that kids are going to learn. So for example, each class, they take this home. So after they take the project, and also an information for parents to know what they learn, and an extra activity to do at home. So I think it's a program that is different from any other program there is. And now we are in some of the most prestigious private and public schools in Miami. We are teaching after school there in those schools. And in some schools, we are the in-school art program. So some schools chose us to be their art program.
So that's fantastic. Educators, this is for you. If you think, as she said, that this is a time to, drop off your kid in a day that you're working and there's no school, well, that could work too. But this program, there's a lot of thought and intention behind it. And it's a complete program. And they are in the best schools in Miami, private schools, public schools, many times, in many situations, running the art program of this school. So it's super complete. Like I said, there's a lot of thought into this. It's very intentional. So, stop, take a closer look, because this may be the solution that you've been wishing to have and had not found up to this point. So I encourage you to reach out to Carolina Milano and learn more about what they can offer to your school as well. Now, obviously, we always love what's the scoop. We like to learn what's next. So what is it that is new or coming soon?
Okay, we have two new things that are coming up. So first of them is a new program called Epic Landmarks. So it's a 10-week program for after school or camps that you can use in schools, can use when we do camps, or if you want to do like a workshop or something like that. And kids are going to learn about epic landmarks around the world. They will be traveling again. And for example, if they go to the Easter Island, they're going to learn about the Easter Island heads, and they're going to do a sculpture about it. They're going to be learning about the Great Walls of China. They are going to travel to Machu Picchu and do a diorama about Machu Picchu, and also create some cute llamas with it. They are going to go to Egypt and learn about the Sphinx and the pyramids and all mysteries that are surrounding by those epic landmarks around the world. This class they really love. It's about the fairy tale castle in the Bavarian castle. And after the class, they take home, it looks like a postcard that they have like the picture of the place that they travel and the landmark on the picture. And behind is like a postcard with questions, and they have to fill the questions that they learn in the class. So we want to know if they learn. And in the picture in the front, there are some hidden response, like answers to the questions. And the other new thing that we're doing, it's something very different, very challenging, but super cool, that is called Creativity Live. It's a show. It's a show about creativity. So it's something that you can do to a bigger audience, or like to a birthday party, instead of having them doing like a class. Have some people, some volunteers from the audience come and participate on the show with us.
So just to wrap up here, what would you like people to know about the Imagine Arts Academy that we have not talked, and how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, so what I want everybody to know is that I'm here in South Miami. This is our studio, but I'm also everywhere in Miami. I can be everywhere. I can be in your school, I can be in your birthday party, I can be in your community, your hotel. We can do these programs everywhere in Miami. If you want to get in touch, you can go in our website, miami.imagineartsacademy.com. And you can call me at 786-436-0114, or I'm here. You can find me on Instagram as well.
Well, I had a lot of fun. This is amazing. I've learned tons of things. And if I may suggest, maybe a project for 2027 as a new thing coming up, please do some of these things for adults.
Yes.
Because I would just love to have like a night to, come out with friends and relax and get creative and put, hands-on experience. And quite frankly, learn a lot of things that I don't know.
We can start this year because this is ready for adults. So
Excellent.
Let's do it. Let's set it up.
Well, thank you. This was great.
Thank you so much.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to